Good morning from CME Traveling, guys. Y'all ready to get started this morning? Let's go. Hey there. Forgot to hit the intro. Did it different. Good morning, guys. How's everybody doing today on this Monday, July the 27th? Yes, it is it's sunny here. I can tell you that for sure. Sunny. Uh, Feeling tired. Get back from anywhere anymore. I definitely feel like, okay, I need more rest. And of course, me and Marsha were gone over the weekend, had a long weekend. We left out on Thursday and we went into West Virginia, into to to a cabin there in West Virginia on the Greenbrier River. Really enjoyed ourselves. We did some lives from the cabin and stuff. I don't know if anybody caught any of those fireside talks, if you want to call it that, or something like that. And then I think, yeah, we did Friday's show. We just did a show from inside, the cabin. I know Marsha showed you the cabin. She done a very, very good job on that. She always does that perfectly. Um, and Yeah, this is definitely, I see what Ricky just put. Where we went to, you definitely needed a hoodie. You definitely needed a hoodie. It was cool enough for that in late in the evenings and stuff. And then where we traveled to on Friday, I took Marsha to. If you follow our See Me Traveling Facebook group, and I'm going to talk more about this, but I'm going to wait till Wednesday. Marsha supposedly will be able to be with us, possibly Wednesday. If not Wednesday, then this week when it's either Wednesday or Friday when she's able to be with us. And I thought we would give her a chance to talk more about the getaway, because she put all that together. She did mostly well, when it came to where we were going and everything, the cabin she picked out. Loved the tiny home cabin she picked out. Like some people's asked us how we enjoyed ourselves. Enjoyed ourselves perfectly. The only complaint that me and Marsha have was the bed. The bed they had was awful, and the where you're to sit in the little living room part, they have a futon, and that futon is not it's not forgiving. We're both feel like we're you know crippled up in our backs is the way we feel like it. I know mine. I actually yesterday I took such a knee pain in my knee, and we didn't know what it was once we got home. I don't think my legs were used to. We walked more than what we're used to, but it's good. We need to walk a whole lot more. Took Marsha up into another part of West Virginia from about an hour and a half from where we were staying. Went north of there, and some areas where when I was growing up, or even as an adult, where I would go rifle hunting, gun hunting, and not just that, but our family would go camping there and visit this area, the northern part of West Virginia. It's a lot. I mean, West Virginia is a lot of wilderness, but this is even more wilderness. It is very much. Excuse me a little bit today. I have a terrible reflux going on. I don't know why. I didn't eat nothing really should have bothered me last night, but it's bothered me. And coffee probably is not the best thing I've read for when you have reflux going on. But let's get started. So today's question, and this has to do with what something me and Marsha we buy, and I know we've talked about this. It's probably been about 2 years ago. I think I had this similar question. What souvenir do you buy when on vacation or during your travels? And I mean that during travels is you may be going towards your vacation and stop in places that you've never been or whatever, and you're like, hey, I'd like to pick me up this or that. And we usually have, we first started buying picture for, to put our pictures in the frame and from wherever we're at. Usually that was the destination place we were going or something like that. And then we switched to magnets because it was easier to, on planes and stuff like that, it was easier to carry those. And of course we've had magnets. Y'all years ago used to see the show, you'd see all the magnets behind us on the refrigerator. And we still collect magnets. I'll show you one when we do the show and talk about where we went to and everything in the mountains there. T-shirts and hats. I still every now and then get me a T-shirt or something. We will sometimes from somewhere. Postcards. We've done a few postcards, but not a lot anymore. Not unless you go somewhere and the magnets are so expensive, you're like, oh, I'll just get a postcard. And I know a lot of folks that do shot glasses, or even they'll buy a mug or a coffee, or what they're, then pint glasses and stuff like that, for the beer or anything. I know folks that do that. But also, I'd love to see who's in here this morning. Hey, do not forget this morning at 8:30, and I think someone had put it in here, put it on the chat this morning. Yeah, there it is. I'm going to go ahead and thank you very much, John Gaylor. Let's see, the 8:30, the Conscientious Cruiser. Breaking major cruise announcements from the Conscientious Crew. That is an announcement coming right there, and I want to make sure as soon as we go off here, and that's one reason I kind of come in just a slightly, well, not really that much earlier than normal, like 30 seconds maybe. But also want to make sure we say good morning to some folks in here. Y'all are such good members and everything, and those that just follow the show. Thank you so much. There is John Gaylor. Bone Tired Travelers, Denise. Make sure you tell Dwayne good morning also. And we have Controversial Cruising. Thank you for being in here. Now here's what I was going to ask. If you have something that you collect that's not on here, please tell us. And I'd like to add a little question to this. What do you do with your item that you buy? How do you display it? Like our magnets are on the refrigerator. So I'm assuming her Christmas ornaments, let's just say, do you display them year round or do you just display them for Christmas there, Denise? Just just wondering, what you do with your items that you may purchase. Let's scroll through here just a little bit, and cruising on comps. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, Chris. John Gaylor, my collections are different. We do ship coins. Nice. Money from other countries and Harley Davidson pins from other places too. So it's just the Harley Davidson. Okay, from there. That's cool. Money. I've seen people money. I know Mike Clark, he'll go and he'll purchase, off some of the tables, it's from each ship. He'll get some of the, whatever they have when you go to play at a table, for chips. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Casino chips. Oof, took me a second to get that out there. Scott Smith, good morning. popping in here. Appreciate that. DT Cruiser, good morning. And said good morning to everyone in the chat. Cruising on Comp said, all I know is 20 days until the Star of the Seas. And that's going to be so much fun. You should do a live from there. You got to do a live. Even if it's a vertical live, pop up, do it before everything. You're on a wonderful ship there. I'm sure you can find maybe a quiet spot. I'm always challenging Chris a little. He's doing so good, you know. I just thought, hey, let's step it up. Let's do it live. Let's see. Enfield Road layout. Working and lurking today, listening. Thank you so much, Lee. Appreciate that. And there he is, Just Ricky. Morning. I get a hoodie from almost all places I visit. Yeah, she does. That's really cool to get, especially a hoodie, you know, as much as you wear them. Let's see. Danny Diesel says a good blanket hello. Good morning this morning. Now this is Smoky Mountain camping. We wasn't in the Smoky Mountains, Greenbrier. That's a different Greenbrier River than where we were at. They do have a Greenbrier. Matter of fact, when I had to call and check on something because we were going to go tubing down the Greenbrier River, and but there is a Greenbrier River also in Tennessee. Right there, right in the Smokies, matter of fact. Not as old as the other one. Let's see. Antoinette at Fun. I'm just picking. Antoinette at Fun, thanks for being in here. Good morning to you. Let's make sure I didn't jump over anyone in here. Sometimes these things don't come in order. Something you may have said went with something else. Good morning there, Pete, Cruise Life, and Lisa. How are you doing? They said they generally would only get fridge magnets due to the baggage allowances. Yes, I can definitely see that. Oh, he said right here, John Guy said, Jody and I were looking at the Greenbrier camp. They had a nice looking glamping tent. Now down there, there are some on the one we were on, but we've looked at the ones down there. If you're looking at the ones in Tennessee, you know, they're newer. They're probably a lot newer campgrounds and stuff like that on the Greenbrier River in Tennessee. They really do look nice. There's some glamping ones on some very few on the Greenbrier River in West Virginia. There's some state parks that have really nice places to stay and everything. Trish said, "Sale, good morning, working and lurking." Cruising on Comp says he does the magnets also. Not big on souvenirs. Well, yeah. After you give money, you know, in a casino, I don't blame you. Just picking on. And I'm picking on Chris today for some reason. Let's see. Sea Tripping with Kim and Scott. Good morning. How are y'all doing? Let's see. We have Sea Leg Journeys in here. Good morning to you. Tell Robin good morning also. PK Adventure Travels. Good morning. Do y'all collect anything? I mean, you travel a lot. I mean, and he you know, land or whatever. Is there anything that, Ryan, that y'all do collect? Stickers or, you know, I like when we went into the office and they had like you got when you're a Boy Scout or whatever, the little patches that you'll sew on something. I've seen a lot of them in there. Not just that, but they had other stuff too. Cheryl, good morning. Thanks for being in here this morning. Gotta get me a drink. Let's see, who else is in here this morning? Marsha of CME Traveling. You know, that acid reflux is killing me. Let's see here. Sea tripping with Kim and Scott. Oh, they're telling Pete and them good morning. There's John. John Gaylor says, my pens are in a shadow box. Coins and cash are in a decorative box we purchased in Jamaica. That's cool. That is really cool. Let's see. Here's Chris. He says, I'm going to try to do a few lives, perhaps even one with my brother during the road trip to see what's going through his head since it's his first. That's really good. I'll have to watch that. You'll have to, if you can, throw something out there early enough to give people a notice so that if you think you know when you're going to, or just go live, period. Just Ricky's letting you know, a great place to hang out and it's quiet is Central Park on Star, on the Star of the Seas there. Chris, cruising on comps. Let's see, there is Scott McNeil. Good morning, bud. Been showing still yet, looking at a lot of his Facebook pictures from the Alaska trip. And there is Ron this morning. Make sure you tell Darlene good morning. I bet Darlene's about time for school start again, ain't it? Or if it, yeah, I guess you'll wait till August. Trish says, I want to load up on liquor. She's just like, I'm just going to try liquor from everywhere I go. I'll let you know. I can take that with me anytime. That's good, Trish. I like that. Ocean to ocean travel. Good morning. Thanks for being in here. And Scott McNeil says he collects license plates from each port. That's a really good, unique one right there. I'm gonna list you some others that things people collect. In Ocean to Ocean, they do the magnets also. Oh, okay. He's just hollering at Ricky right here. That's Chris. Let's see. Here we go. I asked Ryan. Ryan answered. We first started with magnets, but we ran out of room on the fridge, I bet. So now stickers. Yes, that's what I collect also when I can now, stickers. We also collect sand from a beach the first time. I think I heard you mention that once. First time we go somewhere and put it in little spice jars. Let me throw that back up here and let you finish reading that. Put it in little spice jars. That's cool. And how you display these things? Anywhere particular? All right, the Fam Adventures, we have 3 things we look for at ports. T-shirts, magnets, ornaments. Christmas ornaments, because Christmas ornaments is one thing that people, it has really increased over the years, that people like to collect at, various places they travel. Yep. And there's my mom. Good morning, Mom. Love you. They be safe travels. My dad's got an appointment today, back to the doctor. Prayers, everything goes good. Let's see. Okay. Cruise Life 22 said, I did collect sand from all 5 beaches in Normandy. Now that's really cool. That's really cool. John Gaylor up here is talking to Scott McNeil, said, do you take the random cars near the port? Do you take them from them? That's pretty good right there. That's just good picking right there. All right, here's just some listings. We named most of these. The fridge rack magnets. Postcards are still something. You can get, you can even journal something down on them for that memory. Now this is one I have seen people do, not that we've done it. Some people do collect liquor, and like local spirits, whatever you want to call it, that they buy where they're at. Coffee, local snacks. Might buy something that you can't get where you live. And I have seen stuff in other places and not see it locally. Like maybe I've seen it where I grew up years ago, but they don't even have it anywhere near where I'm at now, or they quit carrying it in stores, but they only carry it in other stores. And you can find things like that. Any kind of apparel. that you wear: t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, hats. Something that has maybe the area that you're at. Christmas ornaments was another one that I believe Denise had mentioned, and I had mentioned earlier the shot glasses, mug glasses, pint glasses, even the Tervis cups is something. Like we said, coffee cup, mugs, stuff like that. So keychains used to be something big people would collect, and you know, enamel pins. Some people collect local jewelry, like Marsha. She got a necklace, and she'll hopefully get to show you what she bought, and she'll tell you all about where she got it. We mentioned here earlier currency, and the coins or something like that from somewhere, stuff you can do. Um, But yeah, that was the other question. That was that part of today that I kind of added in there at the end. What do you do with your souvenirs? How do you display them at home and stuff? And y'all really been telling me. Thank you very much for. I think some people just a few things you can do with that would be a magnet gallery, a shadow box frames. That I like that. That's what. John had mentioned right here. Travel Christmas tree it could be a Christmas tree. It don't have to be Christmas. It's a travel tree. And you can display your ornaments on that travel tree. I bet if my mom would have started years ago, that's what she would have had. A travel tree, something like that. I don't think my parents ever really collected things. They bought us stuff, and it'd be, like the stuff, if somebody they knew would buy for them. I think we've received a postcard. I've had fingernail clippers from Wisconsin or somewhere or someplace from where my parents have traveled, and usually always for years what they got me were t-shirts and hats. I like that more than anything. Was t-shirts and hats. Now they don't know what size to get me. That's don't want to get me too small. Make me feel bad. But anyway, now this one I don't really I guess yes, I know what this is. After I read a little bit of floating wall shelves for ceramics. So people pick up like the pottery, the mugs, local sculptures, things like that, and then they'll attach them to this. Wow, I did not know that. But that is, it's not a bad thought. See, some people used to collect the spoons, yes, from different states or wherever. Yeah, I've seen that. I have seen the collection of spoons from different places. Um, let's see. I see somebody popped in here, and I want to make sure I say good morning to them. Is Law Jones? Good morning from the Great Lakes. It's somewhere I'd love to visit. I've never been. I mean, no, I've never been. They're going to be up to 86. We're going to be very hot here today. It's going to be a hot week this week here. Thank you, Law Jones, for popping in here. Sea Leg Journey says, met a guy once who collects urinal cakes. Huh. Well. Okay, I'd read this one right here earlier. Let me roll down through there away from that one. Not sure if he meant new ones or used ones, huh? Just Ricky says, I try to get a sewing, the thimble, the little, is that what you're, let's see, for my mom when we travel. I think is the thimble. Huh. I've seen them, I've even seen ceramic ones of those before. I usually get a magnet from my Aunt June. Yeah, that's a controversial cruising. the magnets are so much cheaper than, like where we were at the Greenbrier River campground. You could get stickers, magnets, uh, any of them. They had like 3 for $10, and they were nice ones. They didn't look cheap either. So I thought that was pretty good. That's what I ended up getting. I got an old camper top on the back of the truck, and you know, I don't mind putting a little sticker. I've only had one sticker on it, and that's just been. And I've thought, well, I'm going to stick to when we go camping. That's where I'm going to put them, is on the back of the truck. So I've got me a sticker to put on the back of there this time. Maybe I may start putting different ones on it. I don't want to cover it up though. Cruising on comps. I do keep all my cruise line cards. We do too, from each cruise. That is something we've done. I've just got them in a little sandwich bag, and that's what I've done with them so far. John Gaylor says, my grandparents used to bring me home. What is that? A candy? Yes, candy from their travels. Yes. And so they helped me collect. Well, it had to. I got the candy. Yeah, it took me a second there. What did? Let me see where. I gotta find what Chet said. Where's Chet's? Because somebody said that ain't right, Chet. Oh, I didn't find what Chet said. Where's that? Huh. Not sure. Talking about the new or used car, or no, the urinal cakes. Yeah, yeah. That definitely ain't right there. Let's close your question out right here. We had 22 votes come in. 55% y'all said magnets. Ooh. Shot glasses and mugs got 18%, and that came in there for second. And postcards and t-shirts tied for 14% apiece out of 22 votes. Thank you so much, guys, for voting, as always. And let's see, Law Jones says, how does that go again? Collect nothing but memories, leave nothing but footprints. Yeah. Nowadays, they don't want you to leave your footprint. Is that what they say? Don't leave your footprint. Bad footprint. Let's see. Cruising Chris M. I put my cruise cards in a business card wallet. Now I like that. Curt collected girls and brought them home. Ooh, girls? I did meet. You talking about like I'd write to them and like pen pal back and forth with whoever I met, usually on our trips when we used to go anywhere. I'm gonna move on. Let's see. We used to collect picture frames until I had told them that right there, until we started more often, ran out of room a little bit. Yeah. He didn't do that anymore, Mom. You talking to Mom right there. Let's see. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. There is a lot of pictures at the end of the vacations. And I'd go, because we didn't have phones or anything to take pictures. And I'd go back and, hey, Mom, take a picture of me and this girl. I did that even when I was little. Always. Oh, goodness. Mm-hmm. Let me see. We're about out of time finally, ain't we? They were pen pals for sure, right? Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Pen pals. I don't know what else you call them. The Cam Vam text in here. Thank y'all so much for joining us today. Let's see. Mark's music obsession. Hey, gang. Working and lurking or listening. Thank you so much, Mark. Appreciate you stopping in here and leaving a comment. Got to run. Walmart delivery arrived. See y'all soon. Yeah, I got one coming very soon, I think tomorrow or something like that. I don't know when. They haven't sent me a notice yet. All right, guys, make sure you run over there to the Conscientious Cruiser. This should take you straight to it. And thank y'all all. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for watching watching our channel, See Me Traveling this morning. And make sure you come back here, join us tomorrow. Hope everybody have a great evening. Everybody have safe travels as always. And if I can find what it is I'm looking for to play for you, that's what I'm trying to find. The outro that I have right now. Let's see. Thanks for watching. Talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.
Let's just do what you want to. Please don't be polite, cause I like your attitude. Let's forget about a curfew, cause all that is stuck in my head.